Hello there. So this week I spent $10 of actual money and got a Type 8. I had to spend $10 because I didn't have enough ARX to just outright buy it. And I threw that together. I got the base model without any of their custom stuff on it. And it's just got the stock paint job on it because I'm not spending ARX on that. And I just engineered it with some basic stuff. Left it with lightweight alloy with heavy duty and deep plating, 5.8 power plant, armored and monstered, 5.8 thrusters, dirty tuning and drag drives, 5A frame shift drive SCO with increased range and mass manager, 3D life support with lightweight 4A power distributor with charge enhanced and super conduits, 3A sensors, lightweight, 7A shield generator reinforced with high cap, 3 class 6 cargo racks, 5H Guardian frame shift drive booster, 5A fuel scoop, 3C mining multi-limpet controller, 2A refinery, and a detailed surface scanner. What does that get you? Well, jump range is really good. It's got a max jump range of like 47 light years, which is really way more than it needs. But this is, I'm going to do mining in this. I put a 2B seismic charge launcher on it. Everything else has to be class 1. A couple of abrasion blasters, a couple mining lasers, subsurface displacement missile. Actually, I switched that around. I got 1 abrasion blaster and 2 subsurface displacement missiles, because the class 1 displacement missiles, you only get like 30 or 35 rounds, so I need 2 of them because you go through those pretty quick. Yeah, so it's got a real good jump range on it, 47 light years. It's pretty fast. It's got a boost speed of 512 meters per second, which is pretty good. It can't actually power all the stuff on it, so I have to use power management, the frame shift drive booster, the fuel scoop, and all the shield boosters. I've got 3 shield boosters on there and a pulse wave analyzer. The shield boosters all have to be the shield boosters, the fuel scoop, and the drive booster, and the frame shift drive all have to be set to priority 3. Everything else set to 1, so that when I deploy all the mining equipment there, it doesn't power down the whole ship. Yeah. Well, that's pretty typical. That's how you get around not being able to supply power with everything that you want. And I had to learn how to mine it. I had to learn how to mine all over again because it's been years since I've done that, and I completely forgot everything about it. But with the new updates to engineering, they've made mining worthwhile for me again, because I can use it to get all these great materials that I need to upgrade my other ships. So the other ship I've been playing with is the Python 2, and currently it's got I've been tweaking around with it. It's mostly the same as it was before. 4 class 3D pulse lasers with rapid fire oversized, and then a 2E pulse disruptor laser, rapid fire and oversized, a 2F gimbal multi-cannon with corrosive shell and high capacity. The pulse lasers are all fixed. Lightweight alloy, heavy duty. I don't have deep plating on it yet. I need to get deep plating on it. 6A power plant overcharged and thermal spread. 6A thrusters, dirty tuning drag drives, 5A shift drives, SCO. Aha! I shifted that to shielded and stripped down. This gets me a little bit more speed. Well, it gets a little bit more speed, a little bit more maneuverability, and puts a ton of shielding on the frame shift drive, which is useful. you know, in case I run into one of these bad guys that like to shoot innocent people like me who never hurt anybody. Yeah, I try to avoid PV as much as possible. I just don't think I have the temperament for it. I think you could put me in the best engineered ship in the whole game, and I would, you know, and I might as well be flying a stick of butter. You know, it's just not going to work for me. And I hate working with other pilots. I just can't be bothered. I don't want to listen to they always want to tell you what to do, and no. I just want something I can fly around and have fun with. So yeah, it's a problem. I might get over that someday. 4D life support, lightweight. 6A power distributor, charge enhanced super conduits, 5A sensors, lightweight. 6A prismatic shield generator. I did not want to use prismatics because it weighs so much, but I finally broke down and did it. And I've got that with reinforced and high capped, and then a 4D Guardian shield reinforcement, 3E Guardian shield reinforcement, 2D Guardian shield reinforcement. Went all in on the shields, so to heck with the hull reinforcement. And then a couple of 1D module reinforcements, and utilities is all shield boosters. I got one heavy duty with supercapacitors, the rest are resistance with supercapacitors, and then a couple of thermal resistant with supercapacitors, just to thermal resistant with supercapacitors, just to balance out the resistances. And that's what I'm flying in this video in a medium CZ in lovely Bacchmedia, where we're fighting against somebody, and I think it's working pretty well with all that. It passes the time, I'll say that, but that's not what's really important. What's really important is that a certain YouTuber named Ryan Mcbeth has shadow banned me. Now, this is something that really gets my goat. There is shadow banning for users in YouTube. If you've got a YouTube channel, anytime you see a post that you just don't like it, and it just gets right under your skin, you can click a couple buttons, and you can tell your YouTube channel to hide that person's post from everyone else in your channel so that nobody else gets to see what they post. You don't tell the person you're posting that you're doing that. From their account, they see their posts, but nobody else can see them, and that's just wrong. That rubs me the wrong way, sir. I find that insulting, and in fact, it bothers me so much that I check whenever I post anything. I check to see if I've been shadow banned. If I find a channel shadow banning me, I will unsubscribe from that channel. I will block that channel from my feed, and it's a pretty drastic thing to do, you know, because I usually only comment on channels that I actually like, so it kind of bothers me to cut myself off from channels that I kind of like because they do something like this. But I just find it insulting, you know. I mean, I don't mind being censored so much, but you know, at least tell the guy you're censoring him, man. It's just wrong, man. It's just wrong. So yeah, Ryan Mcbeth, I got to block him out now. I had to block out a couple other people whose names I can't remember right now, but once in a while I have to do that, and it bothers me, but I'll do it. So sometimes when that happens, if I've spent any amount of time commenting and then finding out I was shadow banned, I'll make a YouTube video and just read out loud what I wrote. And in this case, it was this. This was in response to Ryan Mcbeth's video in which he criticized somebody's cheaply made infographic about Project 2025, and it was fair enough for him to criticize it, but I thought he came out making Project 2025 look a whole lot better than what it actually deserves. So I'm just going to read what I said. Well, I don't have all day to deal with this kind of malarkey, and I do think it's fair to call into account an amateur post like the one you're detailing here, but I do think you're leaving a rather more generous impression of the Project 2025 thing than it actually deserves. I won't go over a whole lot of stuff, but anyway, I am curious what you'd make of this video dropped yesterday, Undercover in Project 2025. This was done by some outfit calling themselves the Center for Climate Reporting. Apparently they duped this guy named Russell Vaught, and I'm sure you know who that is, into doing an interview with them by posing as potential big money donors. It's a short video, about 10 minutes, heavily edited, and with dramatic music and the whole works, pretty slick on the whole, I'd say. I would have preferred the entire unedited interview, but beggars can't be choosers. Anyway, with regards to your summing up of that Screed's claim about using the military to break up domestic protest, I'd love to hear your thoughts about the segment in the CCR video where the video contends Russell Vogt argued for the president having the power to do exactly that. The segment begins with a visual reference to an old news story about that incident way back when a certain Trump administration official allegedly suggested invoking the Insurrection Act if there were protests following a Trump win in 2020. This was supposed to be Jeffrey Clark. Anyway, following this, we get a cut of Mr. Vogt saying the following: George Floyd was obviously not about race. It was about destabilizing the Trump administration. This was followed by another cut. Again, I really wish they'd release the whole recording, but whatever. Next cut, Vogt says, we put out a 50-page paper designed for lawyers to know that the president has the ability, both along the border and elsewhere, to maintain law and order with the military, and that's something you know that's going to be important for him to remember and his lawyers to affirm. Now, I guess if you want to break your back apologizing to these characters, you could point out that elsewhere could conceivably refer to exclusively, say, foreign locations, but I would question why such an interpretation seems preferable over the more likely meaning of domestic locations, especially given the emphasis on convincing the president's lawyers of all this. I'd also keep in mind how many times Trump himself has been widely quoted as advocating for the use of military force against domestic protesters, as for, in particular, during the George Floyd riots. So basically, I just feel like on that point in particular, and in others, he's not being nearly comprehensive. You know, he's calling the infographic lies based strictly on the text in the Project 2025 document that was published a week or two ago. You know, obviously this is written by people like Mr. Vogt, and obviously the text itself does not tell the full story of what's going on with all that. And yeah, it just, the whole thing just comes off as being a little dishonest as far as I'm concerned. But that's all I got to say. Have a good day.